Okay, this panel is really kind of set up nice in that they got all the foam and CAFS stuff right concentrated in one area here, so that actually works out really well for you. So you're going to operate this thing. Obviously, you're going to put the pump in gear in the cab. Going to come out, tank to pump, tank fill. We're circulating water, just normal water pump operation stuff. Your auto tank fills here, so you probably want to leave that in the on position there, so that you put your supply to it. It's going to control that level in the tank for you. Okay. Now, what this will do is it'll open about half and it'll run it up about 3/4. Okay, so it'll maintain that level in there. It won't fill the tank all the way. Okay, so when you're through with the operation, you want to top the tank off. Then you're going to need to turn the auto portion off, and then just use the manual to go ahead and open the valve and go ahead and top it off. So, but normal operation, you'd want to have that on. Okay, so we come out to, we got the pump in here, we come out, we set our pump, tank to pump, cracking our tank fill for circulation, got our auto fill in place. We're going to come over here, we're going to engage the compressor, okay? And this is where this could become an issue if somebody comes over here and reaches past and hits that cover. It's going to shut that compressor off. So if you shut it off, what do you have to do?
Idle it down.
Well, and you also need to wait and get the pressure off before you kick it back in.
Is that when it's CAFS system pressure? Is that going to be your air pressure?
That is going to be your air pressure right there. So you would want to see that hit 0. Okay, so compressor on. Then we also need to get our auto sync into the auto position. Okay? And in fact, this, it's up to you how you want to set up your SOG. You could actually leave this in auto. It won't hurt it to leave it in auto and start it up that way. And that takes a step out of your process here. Okay? And then if you get on scene, you fire it up, it's auto balancing, and then you go into a standby mode or something, you're not going to use it for a while, you can kick it over to unload if you want. Okay? Actually, it won't even hurt it to sit there and run in auto. It's just going to generate a little bit more heat, but not that much. Okay? So so you can decide what you want to do with this. I would suggest just leaving it in auto. But even if you do that, you put it in, you want to verify that it's in auto. Okay, because somebody might have put it who knows where. Okay, so you want to verify that it's in auto. You want to turn on the phone, and that's hitting the red button. Okay, so now our pump's ready to go, our compressor's ready to go, our proportioner's ready to go. Okay? So the next thing is charge the line. Okay, so get the front jump line pulled. You're simply going to go over here and hit CAF on. It's going to read wet foam. It's going to open the water valve, turn the air on. You got the line charged. Okay. Then you're going to go ahead and throttle up. Is there a preset on here? Set 100? Okay. Okay. So yeah. So I would suggest this preset be set at 100 because that's what you're going to run CAF at. So you can simply go over here and just hit your preset button. Boom, you're off to 100 psi and you're good to go. So what you kind of need to do is kind of look at this panel and go, well, you know, what's an easy way to do this? You know, is it kind of a loop, or is it go back and forth, and just kind of get yourself a system down where you come out here, you're catching the pump stuff, coming around here, catching this, coming back down here, hitting that, and then the last thing is to hit your preset on your throttle. Okay, so you guys will work that out of how you want to do it, but just kind of get yourself a system. This is the way I move through this panel. Boom. Okay, and just depending on how the panel lays out, it's going to determine that. Questions there?
Yeah.
When you get to these points, CAF on, and then you can hit your CAF select, and it'll open the preset.
When you hit CAF on, it's going to automatically take you to the wet setting, the wet defaults. Okay? And then if you want to go to medium or dry, you hit your select. But when you hit CAF on, it will default to the wet setting, which is what you want.
And then the open and close deals with your water flow, not your foam flow, but your water flow.
Well, yeah, it's water flow, but it's foam solution at that point.
Foam solution,
Right.
but it's the foam,
Yeah.
it'll change your concentrates.
Well, your concentrate is going to be is set by your proportioner. So once you turn this on, that's all taken care of. All you're doing here is how much do you want to put in the line? How much foam solution do you want to put in the line?
Your water,
Oh.
your air
You're
mixture.
talking, yeah, you're talking about your water air mixtures is what we're talking
Yeah.
about.
Right.
Your solution
Yeah, yeah.
concentrate is controlled by your proportioner. Your proportion of foam solution to air is
That's
controlled
controlled
by
by,
how open your
by
water
this,
is.
yeah,
Right.
by how
Right.
wide you
Right.
open that
Right.
water
Right.
valve. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Right. Doesn't change your foam concentration. It
Percentage,
changes your,
right.
No.
it
but
changes your air, it
air
changes
to
your
water
air and
ratio.
water ratio.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
The
if
more
you-
you open that,
Agitator.
the more water and less air.
And if you, when you are hitting that open or closed, how much are you feeling that at the end of the line? Is it nominal?
No, you're not. You're going to see the consistency change, but as far as reaction and stuff, you're not going to. But we'll do that so you can see.
It's really important to remember when you hit that CAFS, it's actually opening the valve, puts the water, the foam solution out in the hose.
Yeah. So if
It's
you
not just
pull,
air, it's
yeah.
turning everything.
So something to think about is if you pull these speed lays out this way, when you hit that, you're going to get some jump in this line. Okay, so just be aware that that's going to happen, so that you're not backed up to it or something, and this thing's jumping and hitting you.
If you inadvertently hit the cap on, you know, you're pumping. For whatever reason, you've already selected something in proportion, but you're just going to be pumping a water line. Cap on enables foam concentrate to come in. If you hit cap off, it shuts off the foam portion of it.
It shuts off the, if you hit, it's
shuts off
going to
the
shut
air.
off the air
Right,
portion.
because the foam
If-
solution
if-
is coming in no matter
Yeah,
what.
yeah. This
Cap
is
on,
this
cap
is
off,
ahead
just
of
the-
this. So
right.
so this putting in foam solution, this is adding air at the end.
Gotcha. So it's cap on.
Yeah,
The
it's-
F is already there.
Yeah.
You're getting F no matter
Yeah,
what.
yeah,
That didn't sound
exactly.
good. You're getting F, whether or not you want the
This is
cap.
giving you air.
Gotcha.
So say you're at the end of your incident,
Uh-huh.
turn your air off, turn your foam off, and just flush everything out.
Exactly. So what we would do is we can leave the compressor running. What we're going to do is just hit this and turn the air off at the valve here. So now the water valve's open and it's still pumping foam solution at that point. Turn this off. Now it's not injecting foam. Now we run it till we get clean water out and we're done. Okay, now if we want, once we flush that clean water in the line, then we could go ahead and close the water down and then hit air only and use the air to blow the water out of the line. Okay, so that's just an option. If you're going to roll that hose up and take it back to clean it or whatever, then you can do that. If you're going to try to put that hose back in this hose bed, don't blow it out, because then it'll be all puffed up full of air and you won't be able to get it folded back in here.
So that's where I hold the close and the cap on. Will
Exactly.
Put me in
Yep.
the air.
Those two will give you air only.
That's when they're both off. I had my air off. I have it closed. I hit them, hold them both down, it'll put me in
Yeah,
air
with
off.
with the water off. Okay. Other questions at this point?
I already forgotten. Just on the,
Where's the coffee come out?
I wrote it. Because I will do.
if you're just dealing with water, if you want to open or fully close that, instead of holding the button, you can hit it twice.
Yeah, and then it'll go all the way to
Two
the
times open, it'll take all the way open, two times close, close it all the way.
Is that the same in the front sections also? Those intake valves, the electric intake valves,
No, those
you got to
are-
hold them no matter what to open and close. Is that how those are working?
The other day you had to hold it down.
Okay.
If you just tapped them, they just moved.
They just
Yeah,
moved
one
it by
notch
bit.
at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions at this point?
Something else to note for you guys that are driving it or that are not, you can't use this intake for the CAFS.
This will not feed the autofill.
That will not feed the autofill. You gotta
It's
use
the other side or the front that will feed the autofill.
So that goes straight to the pump.
Yes. So you could do CAF coming off of this, but you wouldn't have the autofill. You'd be going direct into the pumps.
Okay, that's where you'd gate this down.
That's where you would have
On
to
our,
manage.
on our height.
Exactly.
On
That's
our
where
height,
you would
gate it
have to
down where
manage
you
that
have
pressure. So you,
Right.
yeah, you're going to manage this pressure down.
to 100 pounds.
Yeah, probably a little bit less because you're going to be adding some pressure by spinning the pump.
Okay.
So,
Because
yeah.
this pump will just do 40, 50 PSI, just tank.
And then, of course, you're going to have to watch that because if they start picking up more volume, you're going to need to.
Have to open it up more
Exactly.
and keep that up to 100
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah.
Now, you said 100 pounds discharge pressure.
Yeah.
So actually, that would be, you'd want 100 pounds here.
Right, yeah, so this is gonna be
Not
low, so yeah, because this is gonna be lower, because just spinning your pump's gonna increase.
Right, okay.
Okay, anything else right at the moment? A long ones, yeah.